the first real boss of Demon Souls, Demon Phalanx. Boletaria was a prominent kingdom, home of many honorable and heroic knights, but when the king Aland drew from the power of soul arts, he changed everything. Long story short, cause you will learn more details in later episodes, he gained the power to shape, twist his kingdom by the force of his will. Phalanx is one of many of his creations. Phalanx is a reimagination of the proud, round-table knight Longbow Ulan. She was a brave warrior, known for sniping her enemies from behind her shielded legion. As such, she was transformed, or as I said, reimagined as Demon Phalanx. We find Phalanx by the front gate of Boletaria Castle, guarding the main entrance. We've already encountered some of her hoplites trying to stop us on the castle walls. When the actual fight begins, Phalanx is covered by those shield-wielding hoplites. In fact, they are its only way of harming the player. Without the hoplites, Phalanx is just a defenseless blob. So in order to get to her, player must first chop off some hoplites off her, thus exposing her flesh. Hoplites are basic enemies. Single hoplite wields a spear and a shield. It will poke you from behind shield or throw its spear if you're out of reach. Don't waste your time on frontal attack. To deal significant damage, you must attack it from behind. This forces the player to take a rather specific strategy. While playing Demon Souls for the first time, I was surprised by how many gimmick bosses there are while compared to more recent games, which rely more on skill-based, fast-paced challenges. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. Demon Souls was basically first of its kind. It has so many creative, well-designed encounters, and besides, you could make the same exact argument about newer games having too many similar, fast, attack-spamming dudes in armors. Anyways, keep in mind that Phalanx has some regenerative abilities. Be patient, but do not hesitate. It can also spam new hoplites or heal wounded ones. You may be overwhelmed at first, but with enough patience, your first demon will be slayed in no time. Upon its death, it will drop Lead Demon's soul and about 1200 souls. It's worth noting that using its soul, player can create Scraping Spear, a weapon wielded by the hoplites. It has extra property of destroying an opponent's gear, which comes in handy in PvP. Well, at least it used to. As for the arena, cause it's usually super important for a good boss encounter, it is pretty simple. Rectangle-shaped, spacious room with many pillars that the player can hide behind to avoid hoplite spears. Phalanx is extremely vulnerable to fire. You've probably found some fire bombs while exploring the Boletarian walls. This fight is a good place to use them. Since the hoplites are so tightly packed on Phalanx's back, you can easily hit a couple of them at once. If you're a magician, try using Flame Toss or Soul Arrow. You've probably noticed, but hoplites were Spartan spear-wielding soldiers, and Phalanx was a name of fighting formation they would do while rushing at their enemies. Thanks for watching, see you tomorrow!